This is a story that goes beyond a typical true crime case. It's a chilling tale of neglect, horror, and a man who preyed on the most vulnerable members of society. Welcome to Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, home to a sprawling pig farm owned by a quiet, unassuming man named Robert Pickton. For years, this farm held a horrifying secret, a truth so dark it would eventually scar the conscience of a nation. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, a disturbing pattern began to emerge in Vancouver's downtown east side. Women, many of them struggling with addiction and poverty, were vanishing without a trace. Their families and friends pleaded for help, but for a long time, their cries seemed to go unheard. The disappearances mounted, and a sense of dread settled over the community. Were these women simply leaving, or was something far more sinister at play? The answer was hidden just a few miles away on that quiet pig farm. The first major break in the case didn't come from a murder investigation, but from a firearms charge. In February 2002, police executed a search warrant on the Pickton farm for illegal weapons. But what they found was far more terrifying than any gun. They found personal stuff belonging to some missing women in a trailer. Inhalers, jewelry, identification, small, everyday things that screamed a story of stolen lives. The farm was immediately sealed off, and one of the largest and most complex forensic investigations in Canadian history began. What investigators uncovered was a scene of unimaginable horror. The farm was not just a farm. It was a burial ground. As forensic teams meticulously excavated the property, they found human remains. DNA evidence started connecting the farm straight to the missing women from downtown Eastside. The search was painstaking, requiring experts to sift through tons of soil, uncovering bone fragments and personal effects. The scale of the operation was massive, and the discoveries confirmed everyone's worst fears. The evidence painted a grim picture of what happened on that farm. Pickton would lure women from Vancouver to his property. There he would commit unspeakable acts. During the investigation, a key witness came forward, testifying that Pickton had boasted about killing dozens of women and feeding their remains to his pigs. He allegedly claimed he was so close to his goal of killing 50 women. This confession, combined with the mountain of physical evidence, was damning. The quiet pig farmer was revealed to be a monstrous predator. In 2007, Robert Pickton was tried for the murders of 6 women. The evidence was overwhelming. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years, the maximum sentence possible in Canada. However, the official charges only scratched the surface. DNA from at least 33 different women was found on his farm, and he is suspected of killing many more, potentially up to 49. Why was he only tried for 6? The prosecution chose to proceed with the cases that had the strongest evidence to ensure a conviction, believing that additional trials would be redundant given his life sentence. The case of Robert Pickton left a deep wound on Canada. It exposed a tragic failure to protect the most marginalized women in society and highlighted the systemic issues that allowed their disappearances to go uninvestigated for so long. It forced a national conversation about how we treat and value every single life. The Pickton farm is no longer there, but the memory of what happened serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide in plain sight. Thank you for watching. If you found this story important, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into cases that have shaped our history.